Hello and welcome to today's YouTube episode. On today's sewing adventure, I'm going to be showing you the things I bought at the Stitch Festival over the weekend, and I'm going to be talking about my sewing plans for the future, and I'm also going to be sharing my latest make. So let's get started. So just a little bit about what I'm wearing today. Today I am wearing the Papercut Patterns Pinnacle top, and I really love this top. It's made from this lovely linen, and as you can see I have gone for the colour block option. There should be a photo for you to see of this one as well. It's just a super comfortable, super relaxed t-shirt top, and I really enjoy wearing this one with jeans. So at the weekend I did go to the Stitch Festival at the Business Design Centre in Islington in London, and it was so much fun. I went with my friend Amelia from the Sew Amelia YouTube channel, and she is also Sew Amelia on Instagram. I also went with my friend Leah, who is from the Find Me Sewing Instagram as well, so I will put links to both of them in the description box below. But we had a really lovely time together, and it was a really good day out. So it was just really lovely. It was such a lovely day out, and what was really wonderful for me in particular was people who came up and introduced themselves to me and Amelia. I'm sure more people recognised Amelia than they recognised me, but it was just really lovely that people came up and said that they enjoyed watching this YouTube channel and they liked what I was doing. As I keep on saying, I am quite new to this. I haven't been doing it for very long. I've got a lot to learn, but it just really meant a lot that people were showing their support and their appreciation for this channel. So thank you so much if you did come and introduce yourself. It was wonderful to meet you, and I really hope that I can keep producing clips that you like in the future. So what did I actually buy at the Stitch Festival? I didn't really buy that much this time. I didn't even buy any fabric. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I felt like I bought so much, and then when I got home I realised that I hadn't actually bought that much at all. But what I did buy, I'm really pleased with, and I know I will use, and I'm super happy with all of my purchases. So the first thing that I bought, we went straight for it. We went straight to the Tilly and the Buttons store, and I bought the new Tilly and the Buttons pattern, the Mabel Pattern, and I really loved this, and it was one of the things that I had on my list before I went. So the first thing we did when we arrived was we went straight to the Tilly and the Buttons store, and we just bought the pattern. It had to be done. So why did I want to buy the Mabel pattern? I went straight for it. The reason why I wanted to buy the Mabel pattern is just because it's such a pretty dress, and I absolutely love these gorgeous puff sleeves with the elastic detail around the shoulder line. I love this little necktie, and then obviously it's got shirring coming in at the cuff of the sleeve or around the upper arm as well, which is lovely, and then shirring around the waist. Now I have done shirring before, but it's been a really long time, so I will have to refresh my memory of how to do shirring and perhaps do a little bit of a practice before I start on this dress. But I'm super excited to make this one, and a bit later on in this clip I'm going to be looking at some fabrics from my stash that perhaps I could make the Mabel pattern out of. So the next place we went to on our little trip around Stitch Festival was to the little Rosie Cheek store. So we went to visit Victoria, which was lovely. It's really nice to see her, and obviously her gorgeous labels. So I did buy some of her labels. I bought 3 packs. So I bought this one. I believe it might be a new one, but it says on one side, I'll open it. It says on one side, I made this and it feels good. So it looks like that. So I made this and it feels good. So that was super cute, and obviously those of us who are makers, we know how good it feels when we make something and we finish it. So I really wanted to buy those ones. The other ones that I bought is this one. So it's a really lovely black and white design with gold writing on it, and it says creativity never goes out of style, and I've seen those before and they were in my mind to buy at the Stitch Festival. And then the last pack I bought are these gorgeous ones with kind of like an animal print on them, and they say I am unique. So really lovely labels from Victoria. She also threw in this little extra label which says I made this with the purchase as well. So thank you very much for that, Victoria. It was lovely to see you and lovely to buy some more of your little Rosy Cheeks labels. So what I'm going to show you now is actually my final purchase that I made at the Stitch Festival. So I actually only made 3 purchases, but it is worth it. It is the Papercut Patterns Estella Dress, and I have admired this pattern for such a long time. And I said to myself before I went to the Stitch Festival, if I saw it, I would buy it. So I did have my eye out for it. I'll show you the line drawing on the back, and then you can see how beautiful it is. It's called the Estella Dress, but it's actually a twin set. So it's a separate top and a separate skirt, which I think is super great to have in your wardrobe, because then obviously you can mix and match these 2 items, if they're in the same fabric, with different items from your wardrobe. Now I bought this one from Sandeep at the Sister Mintaka store. It was really lovely to see Sandeep and look at all of her gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics in real life. She has such an amazing selection of fabrics, so it was lovely to see them all. Unfortunately, I didn't buy any fabrics, but I was really pleased to find this pattern. And I didn't actually see it anywhere else at the Stitch Festival, so maybe it was there and I just didn't see it, but I was so happy when I found it and I bought it straight away. One final thing that I didn't buy but I did manage to get was from the Fabric Godmother store, and this is some washi tape. I believe that is how you say it. I've never owned washi tape before, but I've heard that it is like a sewist's best friend. So if you have any ideas of how I could use my washi tape to help me with my sewing, then I would love to know. You can put them in the comments box below. But I was really excited. This was a free gift that the Fabric Godmother store were giving out if you were wearing fabric from the Fabric Godmother collection, which I was on Saturday. So that was really lovely to receive this little free gift, some washi tape. So I know I said I didn't buy any fabric at the Stitch Festival, but remember I'm trying not to buy fabric, so I was actually quite pleased with that. I do have lots of fabric in my stash, which I'm going to show you how they match with the patterns that I bought. But also, what's good about a place like the Stitch Festival is you do get to see lots of fabrics in person, which means that you can see what they feel like, you can kind of get more of an idea of the weight of the fabric, and it gives you a really good idea of some of the fabrics that you might like to buy later on. So I do have a few fabric ideas tucked away in the back of my mind that I would like to buy in the future, and it's just really good because sometimes, you know, we've all done it, you buy something online and you kind of imagine in your head what it'll be like, and it ends up being a little bit different when it arrives. So that was one really good thing, I suppose, a little bit of fabric research that I did at the Stitch Festival at the weekend. So it's raining now. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can, it's just the rain on the window above me. But it's raining quite hard, which is a shame. But I've got some really bright fabrics with me, and I'm going to talk about some summer makes that I can make. So hopefully I'll be able to brighten the day up. Right, so obviously we've talked about the Estella set, and also the Mabel dress from Tilly and the Buttons, and from Papercut Patterns, the Estella. And I've just picked out 4 fabrics which I thought could actually be interchangeable with both the dresses. And all the fabrics are from my stash. 2 of them you have seen before, and 2 of them are new. So I said I had picked 4 fabrics for the 2 patterns, so I'm going to show 2 fabrics for each pattern that I have chosen. So first up, I'm going to show you my 2 chosen fabrics for the Estella dress. So remember, this is like a twin set. It's got the separate top and the separate skirt. So the 2 fabrics that I have chosen for this pattern is, the first fabric is this gorgeous Rainbow Fabrics that has this lovely big floral print on it, and it's got greens and purples and pinks and lovely oranges or peaches on it as well. So I thought that that would make a really lovely set, but also just as a top and just as the skirt, I think that that will make but I think that will look gorgeous made up in that pattern. So that is a viscose crepe fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. Now the other option that I thought would work nicely for the Estella dress is this fabric, which we have seen before. So this is it's a Viscose Jaquard fabric that I got from Sister Mintaka, and again I think that this would make a really lovely set together, the top and the skirt together. But then I can imagine the top with just jeans, or I can imagine the skirt with like a tank top or something like that as well. So I think that that could be a really successful fabric suggestion for the Estella set too. Again, with the Mabel pattern, the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel pattern, I've chosen two fabrics which I think would look really lovely made up in this pattern. So I have chosen this gorgeous, it's just a plain viscose fabric. It was from the fabric shop in Otara. So this is this really gorgeous viscose fabric with a pink background, but with this kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like almost like a viney floral pattern, but I think that that would look really nice made up as the Mabel if you got the placement of these lovely vines and flowers in the right place across the bust and also across the skirt part of the dress as well. So I think that that could make a really lovely Mabel. I also think this fabric is actually from the same shop, the fabric shop. So this is another viscose fabric. I know I've talked about this one and I was going to make the Alexandra dress out of this, but I think that this would make such a gorgeous, joyful Mabel dress. These lovely mint green colour with these gorgeous magenta flowers. I think that would look really beautiful. And the weight of both of these fabrics I think would be really lovely to hold the shirring and the puff sleeves as well. So there's my two options for the Mabel dress. They're quite different, which is nice because then it kind of gives a different style or a different vibe for each dress. So they are two options that I could make up in the Mabel. So I also thought that I would use this episode to show you my latest make, which I'm really, really happy about. It is the Saturday skirt set by Friday Pattern Company. So here is the lovely skirt and here is the top. Hopefully you can see a picture of it on the screen at the moment. I used this gorgeous floral fabric. It is the fabric Godmother Rita Viscose Crepe fabric. So it's super lovely and really good to wear. I will start with the top. So the top has this gorgeous collar on it. As you can see, it's got lovely facing. I used the Kylie and the Machine I Love to Sew tag. It's got really cute elasticated cuffs, which is nice. And then it's got these ties, which you can use to tie either in the front or in the back, at the back. So really lovely details. Quite simple to make, really, but really satisfying make, and it came together quite quickly too. This skirt, the details on the skirt, it's a gorgeous skirt. It's a lovely long skirt. You probably got a sense of that from the photo. It's got these pockets, so these pockets which are on the front, and then it's just got a little elasticated waistband at the back. So super comfy, super easy to wear, a really gorgeous set. And I do actually have some plain black viscose fabric that I want to just make the top out of as well. So I can match that with the skirt if I want to. Obviously this top will match with jeans, this skirt will match with t-shirts, vest tops, tank tops, things like that. So a really good set. Pleased to have it in my wardrobe and really excited to wear it when the weather warms up and the rain stops. So that is it for today's YouTube episode. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, it was wonderful to meet some of you at the Stitch Festival last weekend. I really appreciate all of the support that everyone has shown to this channel so far. Obviously, if you would like to, if you could subscribe and like this video, that would be amazing as well. I would really, really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the things I bought at the Stitch Festival, even though it wasn't really that much. But it was fun to look in my stash to see what fabrics I could match with the patterns that I bought, and also to see my latest make, which was the Friday Pattern Company Saturday skirt set. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you here again soon.